After driving by piles of crumpled cement that used to be buildings, after driving by three-story buildings that were as flat as a pancake, I began to see streams of thousands and thousands of people who were homeless, walking quietly, not talking at all, with a small bag on top of their heads, not even really knowing where they were going. They just knew one thing: they had to get away from that destruction, from the earthquake. They didn't even know where they were going. The streets were filled with people just quietly walking in one direction. And then we saw all the buildings crumpled, huge buildings, places where we used to shop, gas stations where we got the gas for our car, our bank where we do business is crumpled to the ground, schools, churches, everything you can imagine, piles of rubble, people screaming in the streets, people with cell phones trying to talk to people that were under debris, men, women, children digging frantically with their hands to try to remove buckets of cement, blocks, steel, rebar, anything they could, because the poor don't have access to all this big equipment and things that we would normally have in the States. So whatever they do, they're doing it with their hands. And I think that that's the thing that struck me most of all about this tragedy, is that I see these families who have nothing and digging through with their hands, bringing up buckets of sand, buckets of gravel, buckets of rocks, little children frantically trying to reach that one that they hear or that they think is underneath that pile of rubble, is definitely the worst thing I have ever seen in my entire life. We had a young man that was brought into our clinic, 21 years old. The cement walls fell on him, punctured his lungs, broke his legs. Carol called me, and she said, come down really quick. She said, where can we send this man? There are no hospitals open. We don't have the equipment to deal with this. I said, Carol, just let me think. Maybe we can send him to Conch Hospital. That's like 6 hours away. So it was good. I ran on down to the clinic. To try to decide what we could do for this young man. And as I walked in the door, his father was standing there crying. And Carol looked at me and said, Sherry, he just died. They folded him up in a sheet in a special way, wrote his name on a piece of tape, and his father fell on his knees and started crying. He said, my son was in church when the whole church collapsed on him.
Sherry came in the house today crying and screaming over somebody who just died in her arms today. It's just, and these aftershocks, one after another. Oh, the aftershocks, it is another earthquake. As I'm doing this one right now, this on the telephone from Haiti, we've had about, 40 aftershocks that shook this house. It's like 40 more earthquakes. All the children go outside. All of our orphans, they sleep outside. They won't come inside. And the Haitians that has a house, a little tiny house, they won't go inside. They're all scared to death. They're scared for their very life. But we've been distributing food, medical help, all kind of items, everything you can think of to help people. And now we just need everything we can get. We have to get it here. We have to get it here to distribute it. They're so vital. But anybody will donate anything, please donate it. We can use any item you can donate. We need money. We need medicines. We need personal items. We need blankets. We need tarps. All these things.
Bobby and Sherry Burnett have been helping the people of Haiti since the moment the earthquake hit. Love a Child's Jesus Healing Center is fully functional and operating 24 hours a day, giving life-saving care to the wounded and dying. Food and emergency supplies are being distributed to thousands of homeless people, and yet there are still endless needs. We desperately need your help now to continue to minister to the needs of Haiti's devastated people. Your gift of $10,000 will ship an entire container of food and humanitarian relief supplies, and your gift of any amount will help provide food, water, clothing, shelter, and much-needed medical supplies. If you have ever thought about doing something for the children and people of Haiti, now is the time. Remember, your gift of $10,000 will ship an entire container of food and humanitarian relief supplies, and your gift of any amount will help provide food, water, clothing, shelter, and much-needed medical supplies. Please call the number now with your best gift. Give online at www.loveachild.com or send your contribution to the address on your screen. Respond now and help the hurting people of Haiti.
If I could just speak from the heart as a missionary in Haiti, I would just say to you, if you've ever thought about reaching out to people in need who have been through the worst disaster in history, compounded by the fact that they are the poorest of the poor who had nothing to begin with, please, if you've ever thought about giving a gift of $500, $1,000, $100, $50, whatever the Lord lays upon your heart, you may be able to sponsor an entire container of medical supplies and relief supplies to come into Haiti for $10,000. We have things that can come into the States, but we don't have the funds to get them here to Haiti. And $10,000 will sponsor a 40-foot container of life-saving supplies. Or you just may have $10, $15, you may have $50, whatever God lays upon your heart. I know that people are sacrificing and doing everything that they can, but please, whatever God lays upon your heart to do right now, please do not turn these people away. Listen with your heart and give the best that you can, and give it today.